All right, Kanye, we on. All right, Shalom Makim. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahushai.
And all praise to Yahweh, Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that told us this truth. Greetings and salutations to all you sincere Akim of the hopeful elect that is pushing this gospel in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. This is going to be a open lesson. We're going to be dealing with Nimrod's day, because that's we in the final hours of that particular day. A lot of our wicked ass people, they done got done unwrapping gifts. You know what I'm saying? They got their little bike, their little scooters, their PS4, their electronics, not realizing that they just performed a ritual that goes back over 4,000 years ago. That's all it took, man, was for a lie, a myth to be told, and down the line it would spring up into a tradition that would be adopted by all nations, that would become pagan worship. That's all it is, man. Christmas, it all goes back to Babylon, man. Babylonian mythology, which was passed down to the Egyptians, which was passed down to the Greeks and the Romans.
Yep.
Okay, and other nations adopted them too. There's nothing new under the sun. Yeah. All these different, like Nimrod, basically, his mythology was taught as it was adopted into different cultures around the world, but their concepts were slightly different. But it all goes back to him, and he represented sun worship.
Could I nutshell it real quick? Basically, all these pagan holidays are revamped and put a new twist on it, man. It's all the same old thing with a new twist on it.
That's right.
And it's not about what they're about. It's about, is it righteous or is it wicked? That's it. It's pass or fail, and it's wicked.
Okay.
That's the end of it. What it is, it's wicked.
And then I think it was the Romans had put the religious twist on it, as far as being Jesus or Yahushai's birthday, which was I can't think of the name of this monk. He went to Rome, and he saw that the people were celebrating those the customs of Saturnalia, and he tried to put a twist on it because he knew that there were pagan worship and pagan traditions, but he tried to put a twist on it to make it religious, and that's how they push it in the church today, the Christian church, and all over the world today, as it's supposed to be the Messiah's birthday. It's off.
You're talking about Constantine. Constantine, he had to amalgamate all that pagan ideology with the scriptures, and that's why the Christians believe that when they celebrate these holidays, they're doing it unto the Most High, but they're doing it unto ancient Hamitic deities. That's all that was, and that wicked council, the Council of Nicaea, that's what that was all about, And they had different councils after that, and different creeds, and it sprung into what it is today, So you was holding something kind of.
But this is book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai, shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
And our fathers didn't know Nimrod to worship or follow after Nimrod or that custom. We knew our forefathers, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and so on and so forth. They followed after Yahweh in the righteous high holy days that He gave us. We didn't follow after all this pagan worship and the Egyptian and Babylonian. We didn't follow after all of these Greek gods. We didn't follow after that stuff. That was they were known. I said our forefathers were known to do. But when we fell away, then we started picking up the customs of the heathen.
As a matter of fact, somebody get that in Psalms 106. You know, because wherever we were scattered at, we would pick up the customs and the you know, the practices of the heathen nations. Because Jake is they're easily impressionable. So whatever they see the other nations do, they're gonna do it too. You know. Yeah, you know, and all these pagan worships, it all goes back to mythologies, man. A lie that was told and exaggerated, and it became, you know, a urban legend, so to speak. And people picked it up and made it into a idolatrous worship, man. And they make it a tradition.
Yeah,
To commemorate it every year or whatever. And all nations got their own version of that particular concept. But it all started as a mythology, a philosophy first, you know? Now, Nimrod, he did exist, but the version of the heathens that they preach about Nimrod is a figment of their imagination, you know? And that's what they were teaching, you know? And Esau, you know, him not being, you know, he's not original. All the deities that the Greeks and Romans worship were just recycled from the Babylonians and the Egyptians.
Right.
All right. So, Salakia, bro. Get Psalms 106.
Psalms 106 and 35. Start 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord had commanded him, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
And that's what we did every time we were mingled among them. We would learn their practices, man. That's why our people are heavy into Christmas. You know, they get so heavy into that whole holiday spirit, man, which is very demonic as hell. It puts demons on.
Yeah.
You know, people they out their damn minds at this time of the year. All right. But that, you know, when these days come, they get totally in that spirit, man.
Yep.
Their whole house get decorated with the idols. You know, whether it be Easter, Christmas, whatever, man. Birthdays, Halloween, they get so heavy into that spirit.
Esau's whole system is wrapped around their holidays, like far as they seasons begin and end with holidays. Like this is Christmas, which kind of kicks off winter. And you got Easter, which kicks off spring. Labor Day, that kicks off summer. You got
it's a
lot. Memorial Day, that kicks off summer, and Labor Day, that ends summer, and you got you have Halloween that begins the fall season, and this is the big old cycle full of wicked ass holidays.
That's what I was
right now we in the winter solstice, and that plays another position into why they were worshiping Nimrod as the sun god, because during the winter solstice, that's when the sun is
precious. I would say.
Yeah.
It didn't come out a lot.
Yeah.
Because of the storms, the winter weather.
You know? It ties into the New Year's holiday, because that winter solstice, they would celebrate it for a week, and that New Year's basically is the end of that celebration. You know.
Read that again.
This is Psalms 106 and 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Which is a snare unto them. All right, and our people, they're really heavily ensnared in these idols. You know, and the Lord, He warned our people. If you worship these idols, man, it's gonna be a snare unto you. You're gonna curse yourself, and that's the reason why we fell under the curses, man. That's why the Lord scattered us. He kicked us out of the land. He allowed these other nations to rule over us, take us captives. If you want to worship their gods, then I'll put those nations over you. All right. Since you want to serve their gods, I'll let you serve them and their God. All right, and see how that hold up for you.
What he say? When it's like I gotta just grab it. I was just gonna quote it, but I gotta grab it. this is Jeremiah 2 and 26. Yeah, it says, and as the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. They, their kings, their princes, and their priests, and their prophets, saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. For they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us. But where are the gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of trouble, of thy trouble. And according to thy number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. I read it because the Most High like, no, y'all go ahead and y'all see what happens. Go ahead and don't when she go bad, don't come to me then. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's plain, bro. You know? Yeah, some good question.
This Psalm 96 and 4. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh Shai is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens."
Right.
Yeah.
They have that was in Jeremiah. It said they have no breath in them. Is that one?
Yep. Yeah, these idols are nothing, man. Idols were created by man's hands.
Mm-hmm.
The Heavenly Father, He created the heavens and the earth.
And the man,
everything that you see.
And the man that created the idol.
God.
You know? How much greater is that?
The nation of Israel was the only nation, you know, that has a true living power, man. You know, but our people downgraded themselves into these idols, man. You know, we had a true living power that can actually make things happen, man. You know, they created everything like the brother was going into, man. You know, when you had Rehoboam and Jeroboam, they had that big fallout. Like I say, the northern tribes went heavy into the idolatry first, man. Mm-hmm. And then afterward, Judah followed them, man.
Yep.
You know, so idol worship was a big part of what's being cast out of the land, like the brother said, man. You know, so that's why we speak so much against it now, man, because we try and get the hell up out of here, man. Right. You know, but the elect, they gonna receive it and they gonna turn back from those ways, man. That's repentance. You know, because these Christians like to say I'm born again, but you still celebrate Christmas.
The same
old thing, man. Yeah. You know, how can you be born again? You know, but when you still doing the same old satanic Babylonian ritual, man, and that's how we know America is Babylon the Great, because this is the place where Christmas is heavily celebrated, man. Yeah, you know,
well, everything.
It's pushed. Christmas is celebrated in all these other countries. That's that spiritual fornication that the scripture speaks about. Because I think is celebrated in like 160 countries. It's like big over in South Korea, and you know all these countries that America has a influence, man. Yep. They probably got the embassies over there, decked out with all the Christmas lights and all that stuff. Yeah.
Garland and shit.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's good. That's cool.
I got a script. This is Judges 10 and 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in your time of tribulation.
And that's what the Lord, all right, that's a sentiment that Yahweh Shai has for the nation of Israel now. You know, for our people who refuse to return, man. You know, who refuse to come back to Yahweh Shai, because we show them in the scriptures how these holidays is wicked, and it goes back to paganism. Brother bring all type of articles, facts, precepts, you know, but our people refuse to return, man. You know, so the Lord gonna say, well, bet, you know, since you love the way of Babylon so much, man, you know, make sure you depend on that when all chaos break in America, man. You know, because our people, they love to put their emotions over the scriptures, man. Yeah. You know, because the scriptures say it plainly, but then what they say, well, I feel I celebrate. I don't celebrate for that, you know.
It's for the kids.
Yeah, for the
It's
kids.
just-
Fucking
It's
bullshit.
the family to get together.
But the scripture tell your kids, tell you to teach your kids the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right.
You read Deuteronomy chapter 4, we tell you teach your kids and your kids' kids, man.
Mhm.
You know, these are my law, statutes forever, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Train up a child in the way that he should go.
Mhm.
Show not
Oh,
depart from
yeah.
And if it was all about family, just do it on a different day.
Hey, we got Purim for the winter time. If you need something, a feast, or a reason to gather in righteousness, a Purim. You got the feast of Purim in the winter time. So what do we the Most High set up righteous high holy days, which is where these holidays come from. High holy days, you know, and they're not according to these pagans.
Mhm. A lot of people don't. They know it's pagan, but they don't want to stop celebrating it because they think they worry about what their friends, their family gonna think, man.
Mhm.
Not instead of worrying what the Most High think.
Yeah.
So the scriptures tell you to follow not a multitude to do evil.
Yep.
You know, which house are you going to serve?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
This
choose
house is
you this day who you going to serve, man.
You serve two masters.
You know what I mean?
I got a precept for you, bro.
Mhm.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7.
I got another.
Verse 9, and he said unto them, full well, no, I'm starting at 7,
Mhm.
no, I'm starting at 6. He said, he answered and said unto them, well have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written. This
It's a lot. Can we hold that and grab Isaiah 29?
I got that.
Pull that low.
Sure. It's Isaiah 29. It's a lot. Isaiah 29 and
So I think it's going to reiterate the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's what he's prophesying.
Right.
He's quoting.
13. It's Isaiah 29 and 13. It says, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
And they act like that they love Jesus, and December 25th is his birthday, but Santa Claus is all in your house. You know,
Santa Claus is at the church.
it's big. Yeah, Santa Claus is bigger than Jesus. You know, on December 25th.
Rudolph.
Yeah, they got everything angling towards Christmas, but it ain't about that. It's about Jesus. It ain't about Jesus. I saw a quote today. Somebody said, "This Christmas, I'm making it all about Jesus." That was somebody really put on like a meme or whatever that was. Like for real, it had nothing to do with that.
And Trump, he even just did he sent a nationwide message, a Christmas message, and this devil had a nerve to quote Isaiah, where it quotes a son shall be Isaiah the 9th chapter.
Oh yeah. Oh, the 6th verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to quote that, man. Like that had any
Probably
association
outside.
with Christmas. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, he pushing a lot of BS out to this dude, man.
Yeah.
This devil. All right, hey, go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
Yep.
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
That's the point. The fear of the Most High is taught by the precepts of men. You're worried about these men or these people upon the earth looking down and shunning you for not believing in Christmas. Or whether you Muslim, you gotta be Muslim and not believe in Christmas. How come you don't say how come you're not? But that's the buzz. But Muslim is the buzzword for opposition or evil versus Christianity.
Or they say Jehovah's Witness because
Yeah.
they don't celebrate no holidays.
Right, on Jehovah's Witness, if they know a little bit more, you know.
Jehovah's Witness.
But they always try to push you into another box. But you can't be. There's truth isn't pushed into a box. Y'all are the ones that's in the box. You know, because you guys believe a lie and we believe the truth.
Yeah, read that last part again for me.
This is Isaiah 29 and the end of 13. But have removed their heart far from me, but their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Yeah, like Christmas, that's a precept of man. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, that's a precept is like a command or order, and that's a nationwide agreed upon ordinance for everybody to acknowledge this day as a national holiday. Christmas.
Yep.
Everybody has to participate on this ritual. You get your day off, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go to school. You know what I'm saying? A lot of businesses are closed.
Mhm.
It's done on purpose for you to
It
put your
forces
energy.
you, yeah.
It forces you, and you have to use your energy to participate in this wicked ass satanic ritual, man.
Mhm.
You know?
And you're shunned and outcast if you don't.
Yeah. You don't fear the Lord if you don't keep Christmas.
Right.
The fear of the Lord is taught
No.
by Edomite supremacy.
They don't talk about fear of the Lord. You don't love the Lord. If you
Exactly.
don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's about all love. He's all love. You don't love him if you don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, man.
You know?
And they put it out there in every form. It's on your TV, through your commercials. They got a plan at every shopping mall or every store you go to. In Walmart, they be playing Christmas music. So they try to put it in front of you so you could be in the wicked vibration of it.
It's a demon. It's a demon, man.
Yep.
It's a heavy demon that's, you know, during that time of the year, it's everywhere you go, and they want to continue to push that so that demon can hop on you, and you be in that mirthful spirit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing merry or about being here in captivity in Babylon, man. At least for the men of the Lord.
I've been looking for footage. I didn't go on World Star yet, but I'm gonna try to bring up this footage, and Lord willing, I could get it and compile it in a video. But this is the worst time of year. People are the most selfish, the most grimy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people. Oh, let me give this homeless man $1. Give him some food. You know, like people are just crazy. They cut you off in traffic. They damn near slice your throat for that iPhone that you're fighting over. Like, this is one of the worst seasons ever. It has the worst vibration ever of all year.
Niggas are they going out robbing and stealing and, you know,
For gifts.
Yeah, they robbing niggas for killing Jakes for the new J's, the new 11s or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they can snatch and give to their child or a family member.
That movie Friday After Next, that was just like a comedy of it. That really happened, you know? They really break into your house during this season, but you're not supposed to be celebrating anyway.
But that's what you get for celebrating. That's what, you know, so you Jakes that got your houses burned down, or your Christmas present stolen, or you going through hardship and can't get your kids Christmas gifts. That's what you get, man, for celebrating this wicked ass holiday. Ain't nothing good.
It's a snare. Yeah, it's a snare. As long as you participate, man, you cursing yourself. You know, hey, Jim Jones. You know, his mama's house got burnt down, man. Why? Because you brought that abomination in her house. The scriptures tell you that an idol isn't a cursed thing. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 7, real quick. We go back. So get that real quick. Deuteronomy 7, get like, I believe it's the last 2 verses. And that's the reason why the Lord, in the beginning, he told us to get rid of those Canaanites. Because those Canaanites, that's all they were doing. They was involved in idolatry, doing all type of vain shit. And we weren't supposed to take on the things that we saw them doing. We're supposed to get rid of all the idols, the groves, the images. We're supposed to get rid of all that shit, man. You know? And that's the reason why. All right, so get that.
Deuteronomy 7 and 25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt
what? Read that again.
The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire.
You're supposed to burn that shit up, man.
What?
You know, that's what you're supposed to do to them. You're supposed to burn that shit.
Hey, and the most fires throughout the year, house fires, is Christmas decorations related.
Some damn lights.
Lights and all that. What's that little plastic shit that look like gold dripping off of it, or snow, whatever? That flock and that other shit. That shit catches, man.
What are you talking about? I can't think of it.
Yeah, a little shiny shit too. You know.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them.
You know she had those little gold and silver, red and green little, and you know what that symbolizes? Nimrod's testicles, man.
Yeah. The ball, man.
Yeah. You know? Sick, man.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, she brought that idol to her tree and so like she brought that idol to her house and decked it, right? But she didn't burn it down, so the Most High burned it down for her ass, man. And her house. And he could have burnt their ass too. You know?
That's what I was about to say.
Go ahead, bro.
Nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein.
Because it's a snare. Go ahead. Basically, bad shit will always happen to you when you got an idol in your presence.
Let's say it like this: the first snare is where your money went, where your storehouse of, whether it's your savings, your bank account savings. People took out a lot of their cryptocurrencies. They like shook the whole crypto world because they was investing in Christmas. It's crazy out there right now. People are really digging money out of nowhere to try to have gifts to put into this wicked vibration.
Jake spent all their money on Christmas and, hope that they get an income tax.
Yeah, hope they save
to bail them out, and they be stuck in the same cycle. But Trump about to put an end to that shit, man, with that tax bill. Well, that's another lesson. For it is an abomination to the Lord thy power. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thy house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it.
That's what?
Lest thou be a cursed thing like it.
Lest thou be a cursed thing like it. Basically, you putting a curse on yourself to be destroyed. So all of our people that's pulling in those decked out Nimrods, that's what I call them, decked out Nimrods. When you bring that into your household, you setting yourself up, man. The Lord's he's gonna destroy you. So that's why we tell our people to repent and come up out of this.
It's spiritual warfare, man. Because you gotta think, that's why at this time frame it's the elites of Esau versus the elect of the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
Because the lower level of our people don't know what's going on, and the lower level of the Edomites don't know what's going on, man. But the elites, they know if they keep this wicked vibration on our people, this abomination going on with these different holidays, have our people calling on Jesus Christ, this plantation Christianity, they know that our sins separate us from Yahweh Shema, and they can have their way with us, man.
Right.
So the elites do this on purpose, man. You think you just celebrating the holiday and ain't hurting nobody, but what they're doing, man, that's keeping Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, that's keeping him to hide his face from us, man. Like I said in Isaiah 59, man. It ain't that his hand is short that he can't save. The sins that separated you from your power and made him hide his face, man. So this spiritual war, so we tear these things down. That's why brothers go so hard on Christianity. They go so hard on anything that exalts itself against the truth. The truth of Yahweh Shema Shaman. In Christianity and Christmas is a big stronghold on our people, man. And bring it up.
I'll finish this.
Okay. So.
Thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
Yeah, you're supposed to actually hate it, man. You're supposed to detest it. You're supposed to. It's abominable, man. You're supposed to treat it like a used maxi pad, man. Because these idols were created by vain people. Okay, there was no nothing productive, nothing profitable that come from these different idols that these heathens would make with their own hands. All right, you're gonna literally bow down to something that you yourself created with your hands, or somebody else did. That's what these nations were doing. Okay. Or they'll see, the sun, the moon, the stars, and then they'll, create something in commemoration for it, to venerate it, and then next thing you know, it becomes an idol, and everybody starts to worship it. But we're not supposed to do that. That's why the Lord said we're a holy people unto Him. The Lord divided the sun and the moon and the stars and all that for these nations to worship. We were supposed to worship Yahweh, man. The supreme being, the most high, man. So as long as we're involved in activities like these, this is how Satan is gonna get our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Can I bring this out, brother?
Okay.
This is on a satanic calendar, right? December 22nd is winter solstice. That's a big day for them. It's a Sabbath festival, feast day, with orgies, oral, anal, vaginal, any age, male or female, human or animal.
And you know what? When going back to the Roman Empire, when they were celebrating Saturnalia, which is Satan, when they would celebrate the feast, they would have a banquet first, and they would, they would give each other gifts and eat or whatever, and then they would get nice and drunk. You know what I'm saying? And they, back then it was commemorating Bacchus.
Christmas party, bro.
Yeah, they were celebrating Bacchus,
Yep.
And they would get totally wasted. And some of them, they would get drunk and they'd get violent and they'd go and kill Jake. They be going killing slaves or whatnot.
Yep.
But also, some of those banquets would turn into revelings, which are orgies. That's how they were celebrating Saturnalia, man.
Yep.
That's how they was doing it.
It says on the 24th, December 24th, it says demon rebels. That's rebels or rebels? Rebels, right?
Yeah, rebels.
Rebels. Yep. It says demure, says high grand climax. I guess that's how you gotta do it. It says any age, male or female, human and or animal. Christmas Day or Christmas Eve is blood, received body parts as Christmas gifts.
Sacrifices.
Yep. Infant males is what they
So if you celebrating Christmas, you're also celebrating the sacrifice of children. You give your energy to it.
Yep.
You sacrificing your child the moment you allow them to bow down under that tree. That's another way you're sacrificing them, man, giving them up to Satan. You allow them to bow before Nimrod, man. That's the sun worship. Baal. That's what you're doing, man. Giving your child over to Satan. All right. Was there more on that?
No, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was
into the year. So.
Yeah, this is one big sacrifice. But this is the sacrifice of the wicked, man. And as long as they do these sacrifices, they get that left hand power from Satan, man. And that's why this place is known as the mistress of witchcraft, man. Because it's all one big ritual. It's witchcraft. They keep you people bamboozled and under that spell, man. You don't even realize it. Hold that. Matter of fact, somebody get Corinthians 8 real quick. 1 Corinthians, the 8th chapter. Get Corinthians 8 and 8:35. For the sacrifice unto devils. Where is it at? It might be 10.
When you mark that one,
Yeah.
it's back in the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 6. He answered and said unto them, well have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written. This people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines of the commandments of men.
Yep. No, you got it. Keep going.
It said, for laying aside the commandments of the Most High.
There's the point I want. For laying aside the commandments of the, because when you go into that scripture back in 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, you can't do both, man. And in the true energy that you put forth, you may believe, oh, I love Jesus the day he was born. You can say that in your heart, but you're really giving your energy over to Satan by putting the energy into that vibration of that day.
Real quick. Psalms 50:16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Saying thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee.
You cast my word behind me and follow your own
They
things.
lay
after
the
the
commandments of the
men.
Most High, so you can celebrate your the tradition of men.
Mhm.
You know?
Because it's more convenient and accepted.
Yeah.
You know, you rather be caught up with the Joneses, so to speak, rather than what would it say? Who will stand up for me against the evildoers? And if I quote that right, who's gonna do that? Well, we in here saying the hell with y'all, man. We ain't doing no trees, we ain't doing no garland, we ain't doing none of that, man. None of that vibration, wrapping bowls and presents, we ain't doing that. We understand the difference. You know, don't get me wrong. This is a good season to pick up a few little items on sale, but it's not to worship under the tree and the whole vibration of Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Hold your breathing, brother. Was still reading this scripture.
It say, ye hold the tradition of men as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well you reject the commandment of the Most High, that you may keep your own tradition.
Yeah. They rejected the commandments, man. One of the first commandments is thou shalt have no other God before me. So when you keep these feasts, these idolatrous feasts, which is unto other idols, that's exactly what you're doing. You're breaking the commandment. Christmas, hey, you put Nimrod before the Most High,
right? Whether you think you're doing that or not, it's what you're doing. That's where you're putting your energy.
Yeah,
all that energy y'all put out there for this holiday, man, it's going to Satan.
Mm-hmm. You can swear it's about Jesus,
it's going to,
you know, but we ain't gonna even get to the fact that Jesus is a damn demon himself. But the Messiah, Yahweh Shai is his real name. He wouldn't never let this go down. That's why y'all dying and getting robbed and whatever all the perils that we talked about this season. You know? I'll just cut you off.
So was there more?
Then one more.
Yeah.
Verse 13, skip down verse 13. It said, making the word of the Most High of none effect.
Like he didn't set this up with the high holy days for a purpose, and not to follow the idols and the ways of the heathen for a purpose. Because it would lead to sin and transgression, and we would end up dying. Yeah.
It said, through your tradition, which ye have delivered, and many such like things do ye.
You rather do the idol worship thing, even though I know it ain't right. Then why didn't stop? Don't do it. That's the excuse. Jake love to you.
And some Jakes don't even know why they celebrate Christmas. Why you celebrate Christmas? Well, I don't know. Everybody else doing it, right?
Grandma did.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised.
Yeah, they really go against the Most High. They go against their grandma.
And they don't even want to do no research on, okay, what is this about? Where did it come from? They just go along with it.
Yeah, when you want to do something, you ain't gonna really research too much because you don't want to feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like it might be something you want to do. Even in the truth, man, you really ain't gonna be too quick to get counsel from brethren. You don't want to get that note. Like even when you young coming up, you want to ask your mama, can you go over here? Most likely she gonna tell you no.
Yeah.
So what you gonna go anyway?
Yeah.
And deal with her, whatever however it play out.
Yeah.
So that's how Jake is, man. They gonna do what they want to do. What they say, God know my heart.
Your heart is wicked as hell.
Yeah. They try to justify themselves.
Not by the scriptures, but by
that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
You know the scripture about that. Woe to them that condemn the just, justify the wicked.
Yeah, they being the wicked. They justifying
Like
themselves.
justify the wicked and condemn the just.
Yeah. You had more on what you had 1 Corinthians 10, right?
I got that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go.
What you got?
19.
Did well? You have some.
Yeah, hold that. Get that in Corinthians.
First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 19. What say I then? That the idol is anything? or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High.
Exactly. And a lot of our family members, they making that Christmas dinner. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna pray to Cesare Borgia over the food. They think that has anything, over abominable food. They think it has anything to do with our Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They think that they are consecrating it to the Lord, but really it's to Satan, man. You know, because its origins go back to Satan worship.
You're making your table an altar for wickedness.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I despise your feast days.
Yeah. All because of one lie, one mythology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But let's not act like this was by accident.
No.
You know, this was calculated to deliver to us, and it's been perpetuated. That's why Trump is only like, hey, I'm gonna read something out the scripture to keep you in this spirit. It's gonna be obscure. I'm gonna use the same Roman Catholic precepts to keep you in that same Christmas vibration. You know, to keep you in that mythological idol worship, pagan bullshit, man.
Yeah. Understand?
They sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High, and I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
And that's why we don't. On these days, our family knows not to hit us up. They know because we're not gonna have fellowship with darkness, man. You know, if you want us around, we gonna come around and we gonna reprove your ass.
Yeah.
If not, then we ain't gonna be around you, man.
Man, I got one call from my pops, and he was like, he said everything but Merry Christmas. He stayed away from that, and I saluted him. He was like, yeah, you too. You know, but I just put the whole vibration back on him. Like, oh shit, it was like a big gap after that. Had to figure it out.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Go ahead.
Ye cannot drink of the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
Yeah, because that's what the Christians are doing.
Mm-hmm.
They think that they serving the Lord, but they serving the table of devils, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's like you said. You know, you making your table a altar for the sacrifice unto the devil, man, to Baal. All right, you're not serving the Lord, so you can't pull out the Bible and read scriptures and pray over the food, and you're celebrating Nimrod.
Right.
Yeah. That doesn't go.
The Nimrod right now is wrong.
Yeah.
Why you listen to food?
Nimrod's penis is erected standing right in the corner of your house.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you want to pull out the scriptures and say prayers and stuff, man. You got Christmas carols playing.
I got some damn nerve with this. Everybody know this shit is wrong, bro. Y'all know these pagan, whatever days or whatever, are wicked.
Yeah.
Y'all already know, man.
Yeah.
And the Lord know that you know.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna judge you on the fact that he knows that you know because he put it in your mind.
Mm-hmm. It's the information age.
Yeah.
The origin of Christmas is one Google away, man. You know, you can hit the speakerphone on the Google and say origin of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you say pop up.
And Slack, to land back on what you're saying, also, on social media, it's out there. People putting bah humbug shit out there. You know what I mean? Like they're really putting a video that they Google or information they Google right there on Facebook or whatever else. You know, like damn, look at this. You know, the truth about Christmas is not biblical. You know, information like that out there.
Yeah.
I got it for you. You can which one?
Do you finish 20? I mean, 21?
Let me let me finish. I was in the middle of it. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the tables of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy?
Mm-hmm.
Are we the stronger than He?
Yeah, come.
Yeah.
You know, because you provoke. Hey, the Lord is a jealous power, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, well, I mean, with Jake, see, the thing with Jake is they it was always testing the Most High, man.
Yeah.
It was always acting like they can always get away with a wickedness behind the Most High's back, as if he's not all seeing, you know, as if he's his eyes is not 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yep.
You know, but you know that's how Jake is, man. You know, so
Yeah, appreciate it.
you got one. Okay. Somebody get also Proverbs 15:8.
All right, this going to what the brother was saying, how Israel always try to sneak, you know, worship of the gods, man, do wickedness. This Ezekiel 8:12. Then said he unto me, son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the chambers of his imagery, for they say, the Lord seeth us not. The Lord hath forsaken the earth.
Yeah. And he forgot, man. Hey, because sentence against evil work is not executed speedily. Because you're not getting paid back for your wicked deeds immediately, you imagine that the Most High don't see it.
Or you forgot.
No, he forgot. He ain't paying attention. He going from the earth. He ain't tripping. We can do this. It's okay.
They forget the Most High, man.
Yeah. If he didn't like it, why he let us continue to do it? To see how much he gonna punish y'all. It's like your dad, right? Being in the other room, see y'all in there fighting or doing something y'all ain't got no business, and you peek in and look. Like, okay, let's see how far they gonna go. Oh yeah, you gonna do that too? I'm gonna whip you out for that. Oh, you gonna do that? I'm gonna whip you out for that. And then finally, when he's had enough, he'll come in there and get you. You know, that's what the Most High is about to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Verse 13, he said, also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. And that's that baby Jesus, man.
Yep.
When you see the nativity scene, you know, with so-called Mary and baby Jesus, you know.
Isn't that Nimrod's son and brother?
Yeah.
Tammuz is Nimrod's son and brother. That whole incest thing, man.
Yep.
What kind of crazy shit is that?
And that's what you see our people doing, weeping for Tammuz, man.
Yeah.
You know, celebrating, you know, what they think they celebrating the birth of the Messiah, man, but they really weeping for Tammuz, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord been called, and you got to understand that how wicked this holiday is. The Lord is calling this holiday out specifically, man.
That's right.
You know, he's going into Jeremiah 10. He's going directly into it, man.
Mm-hmm.
This chapter here, he's going directly into it, man.
Right.
You know, because also with Tammuz, that's where you get the immaculate birth, man.
Yep.
You know, Nimrod, you know, got killed and reincarnated the son, Baal.
Mm-hmm.
The sun rays got Ceramics pregnant,
Yeah.
you know, and had Tammuz, man. So that's why you get that nativity scene with Ceramics holding Tammuz, man.
And then the virgin birth.
Yeah, the virgin birth, man.
That's why it's put up as Mary.
I put up a clip earlier. I don't know where exactly it was at.
I seen that,
Yeah, but it was a little Christmas festival, whatever they was having, and some Edom bugged out feminist bitch. She ran out topless with nothing on, and she ran over into where they had all the idols and everything's set up and shit for people to come and take pictures and look at it and all that.
Wise men, all that.
Yeah. They had all that white. It was Edomite images, of course. She ran over there, she's screaming, "Woman is God! Woman is God! Woman is God!" And she ran over there. She grabbed the baby. She grabbed the baby Jesus, which was Tammuz.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically a Queen of Heaven cry.
Yeah.
You know, that was a Queen of Heaven outcry, man.
That's why women is out of control on this day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They out of control on a day like today.
Yep. And they like today, like the women want to have, you know, complete control. You know, we're gonna eat it this time. We're gonna open presents this time.
Yep.
You know.
Because when Christmas is not only just the celebration of Nimrod, because if y'all notice about that little circle thing that they have with the ribbon on it that people put on their doors, the wreath. That's the vagina right there, man.
And that bow is the clitoris and all that, but you know,
Yeah.
It just goes into it, man.
That reef also represents the sun too.
Yeah.
So it's like multiple
Yeah,
images in that
the
one.
original went back to Babylon and Egypt. Egypt brought the sun in. You know what I'm saying? It's like they keep adapting what they believe out of
Like
it.
you say, you always say build the God. They want to
Yeah.
just from captivity to from empire to empire. They just added to the wickedness of the
And they'll change the
Amen.
acceptance
Yeah.
of the same old idols. You know, or people ain't accepting the sun ray no more. They ain't accepting it as a sun no more. So we're gonna make it as a Yule wreath. You know, we'll hold Yule. You know, for that. Then it goes from Yule to this Christmas wreath. You know, but it goes back to woman worship.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta finish up. I had something pulled up too.
And this precept gonna go right to the article.
Yeah.
And it says, and he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 520 men with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east, and they worshiped the sun toward the east.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said unto them, hast thou seen this?
Hey, that's the same day, the same moment, right? They both worshiping the two things we just described: the sun facing the east, you know, and then the Tammuz with Nimrod. You know, they in the same event, which is what you call Christmas now. You know,
it said, O son of man, is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abomination which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their nose.
Mm-hmm.
Said, therefore will I also deal in fury, my eye shall not spare.
Hey, what are they gonna deal with?
In fury.
In fury. When the Most High brings his fury, man, people die. Masses of people die. He about to bring fury on you people, man. This is just, oh yeah, they celebrate. Yep, checklist. Yep, check. Yep. He's checking you, like they say Santa Claus is checking it. The Most High is checking the naughty and nice list, man. And only the elect are the nice, or the or the good. So
You know what's funny? While Jake is in the spirit right now, Esau, he's behind the scenes. He's coming up with a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Executive orders,
Executive orders are being signed or being presented to Congress. You know what I'm saying? They plotting more terrorist attacks, false flags, so they could bring more order.
Yeah.
They finna do. I wouldn't be surprised if between now and New Year's another so-called false flag happens.
Mm-hmm.
While you people are in this holiday spirit, man. I do hope something pop off, man.
Yeah, we want it to pop off, man. Bah humbug, we want it to pop
and
off.
it might be something big too.
Yeah.
Because especially like on New Year's, every major city is a big gathering of people.
To drop the ball, drop the bomb. Yeah.
So they could make shit. They at least can do a hell of a sacrifice with one of those false flags.
Another Vegas shooting, or you know how the people driving their cars through crowds of people and stuff, around people. So
they're gonna beef up more security.
Oh yeah,
but that don't mean nothing.
I know that for the security to act it out.
That's just where my spirit goes.
Hey, so this is a snare to these people, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some like the Most High, he brings judgment, man. You know,
and why these people was in this mirthful spirit celebrating Christmas, on the other side of the world, they getting ready for all out war.
Yeah,
all out.
You know, they're not in this spirit. They thinking about, okay, we got to do this, we got to set this in order. They practicing drills. They got bunkers. They got sirens.
And now they know they going to war.
Oh yeah,
they know they ain't warming up. It's like a game. You ain't warming up to go home. You know, they warming up to go to war.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time anybody warmed up like this? They ain't warmed up like this before, since the other wars popped up.
They show you how hypocritical these Christians are. You know, they say God loves everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then they say like during Christmas time, every child deserves Christmas. Well, what about those kids in Yemen? Maybe I'll send some toys over there.
Yeah.
which the country that you love so much is blowing the smithereen.
Yeah.
You know, let's show how hypocritical y'all are. Y'all care about America, man. You know, you Christians love America, man. You know, when you get down to it, man, when you observe how brothers, been going into these Christians, man. You Christians love America, man. You know, because it ain't no God loves everybody. You just want God to have faith on America, man.
Yeah.
You know, but the Lord finna get ready to destroy this place and the people in it, man. That's why I say, woe to the inhabitants of Babylon, man. Because you people is down with this system, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Is verse 18 said, therefore will I also deal in fury. My eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry, in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them. The Lord finna have no mercy, all right, on Israel, man, on 2/3 of our people, man. He said, I gonna spare not, man. You know, because our people like to record the little kids, open up the gifts, man. The Lord not gonna have mercy on them, man. Whole house is finna get wiped out, man. Whole bloodline is finna get wiped out, man. You know, except for the elect, man. So we telling our people and warning them what they doing is wrong, man. Crying aloud and sparing not, man. You know, it's time to get out that tradition mode, man, and be in subjection to Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You're gonna be in subjection one way or the other, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Might as well do it in peace versus in pain.
That's good. Hold it. Okay. Where's your?
This is Ecclesiastes 7.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Hey, we got plenty to mourn for, man. Look at the condition of our people. We, even if Christmas grows a righteous thing, we don't make enough money in this captivity to really do Christmas, to do gift giving the right way. You know, we like the brother said, man, there are people in this world that are starving. Hey, there's a lot of Jakes right here in America starving, but then you walk down or you go down to the strip out here, and what's going on, man? People just blowing money. It's like it ain't nothing.
Oh, toys is gonna get broke in a week.
Yeah.
You know, you gonna do all that money, and then, like I say, the brokest nation on the planet, all right, is Israel, and they all into this Christmas, man. You know, because Christmas, all right, sets a lot of people back.
Talking about the Israelites, not the country.
Yeah,
Right.
the Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. All right, you're the main people that's engulfed in this holiday, man.
Right.
Esau, he has that budget to spend Christmas how he wants, man.
Yeah.
You know, brothers who work at plants. Esau not at work that last week when you were at work, man. He already gone on vacation, man. And then you not gonna see him till mid-January, February sometime, man. They can do this, man.
They going to Europe.
Yeah, it's in the
Swiss Alps.
It's within they need, man.
Yeah.
But our people, we live check to check, but we scrape the pot, to try to buy present, that's gonna last a week, and mess up our whole year. Now you gotta play catch up and borrow money, man, after Christmas, man. That's a burden. Christmas is a burden, man.
Yeah.
It's
a snare.
This ain't not only is it wicked, but it's a burden, man. It's a dumb economic move, especially for our people, man.
This is because all you're doing is you're taking your hard-earned money that you barely making to just stay afloat. You're taking that money and you're giving back to these corporations. You're giving back to these businesses that are not owned by your people. You're taking money that you don't have and you're giving to the rich, which is Esau, man. Esau, he turned this whole holiday season into a market for gain. That's all it is, man. It's big business. All right, they sell you idols, they get money in return. They're just like Demetrius, man. When Demetrius, his business was creating idols to sell to those wicked jakes in I believe it was Athens or Ephesus. Yeah, and he was getting hella money. What do you think Esau's doing? He knows that Jake they're naturally in tune with idolatry. They constantly, that's their history. That's what they're going to do. Why not make money off of it? So, they get all the things that Jake is so into, you know, and they make money. That's why they can go and vacay and let their money pile up while you niggas you work overtime and then some.
Esau still sitting pretty off the money he made last year from you stupid jakes, man.
Yeah.
The same money that you spending on Christmas presents is supposed to be your rent money for the next year. So now you got an eviction notice on your door because you care about the feelings of your kids instead of putting them up righteously for the laws of Yahweh Shah.
That's why Jake can't get ahead, man. Because it's something always that's gonna bring you back, like this holiday, man.
And then you especially you Jake me, you know, you go bust your ass, you know, and then you buy those gifts, and then you gonna give the credit to the so-called white man Santa Claus.
Imagine that white man.
Yeah, that's why your kids only obey during Christmas, December, man.
Yeah.
All right, because they think Santa Claus gonna reward, you know, but during the 11 months, they goddamn demons, man. You know, because they ain't got shit. They can't buy shit no way. Mama ain't got shit. But then here come Christmas time, when it's time for the so-called Santa Claus to jump in the picture, then they be good, man. You know?
It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Since sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
And because you're not wrapped up in emotion, you know. Because when something sad happens, you I don't want to say appreciate, but you understand the severity of that when you're in mourning. When you are cheerful and in a mirthful spirit, you just run on high on life, just everything's good. That's these people are acting like that out there right now. Like they just high on life. Yeah, it's fake. It ain't real.
It's fake.
But this is the veil that this devil has put over the people, over the masses, to make you force you to be like people been trying to like walk up to me, they look at me with a smile. I put my head down, get on in the car, walk on where I'm going, grab my phone, look at it, avoid me, man. I don't want to deal with y'all. Oh, Merry Christmas. I'm like, you too, whatever. You know, just blow them off, man. Because they don't say it just for you. You know, they say it so they can say it. So it's like almost a given that you're supposed to say it back. You know, and if they don't, they kind of look at you like, what's wrong here? You know?
Yeah, they think we crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they think we're out of our minds, man. And really, if they was to tap into their right mind, they'd be in mourning just like us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'd be in mourning just like us, man. You know, this ain't nothing to ain't nothing happy or merry about this fucking satanic time, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
To land back off what you were saying, sadness humbles you. You know, and when you're in a mirthful spirit, that pride starts to get back on you. Yeah. And this is back in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 7:4. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
Mm-hmm.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
Christmas carols. I mean, you can angle that with any holiday. These pagan ritual holidays, there's always a song or something to go with it. There's always a vibration, an energy that goes with it. It's never just, oh, you can celebrate it or not, no big deal. No, they force you to do it. You don't have school, you don't have work, the banks are closed, the post office closed. Can't take care of all the government buildings, can't take care of no business on these days. They force you to plan your week or your month or that season around it.
Is that it?
Go on, read something.
It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Yeah, that's why we mad, because we know that Christmas and all these pagan holidays is another stronghold keeping us oppressed. It pisses us off to see that all the this is the information age, right? We got the information superhighway, the World Wide Web, and we know that Christmas ain't no good, and you come across something, but you people still wholeheartedly follow it. Like this is the way to go.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroys the heart.
Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of our people, right? A lot of our people love it because they getting some shit. Oh, you can't. Everybody know they like to unwrap gifts. Not even about the unwrapping part, but about getting something. Everybody likes to get something from nowhere, and that's what our people, especially the have-nots, which are the Israelites, man. Our people don't have shit, so they happy to get something. You was able to give me a new phone, another distraction. You know, I got the new PS12 or whatever was out. I don't know. Xbox 8. I got the new one. And the new games go with it. And Madden or whatever, 2K or whatever's going on. More distraction. Keeping your mind all messed up, man. Away from the Heavenly Father. Who else? I got that one. Oh, you want to move on?
Yep. It is from fossilizedcustoms.com. And there's an actual book called Fossilized Customs that go into all this. But the article, it says,
brief statement on fossilized. Fossilized means it's hardened. This stuff is like etched in stone within society now. These are the customs that people, these traditions of men, these rudiments of men that they've made concrete in this society of the world now, and wickedness. You got it, brother.
It says, the Christmas myth exposes a 4,000-year-old lie handed down from ancient Babylon. The merchants of the earth have done well by exploiting the idolatry of Nimrod / Santa.
Hey, man, a lot of these companies, man, be about to go under right around winter solstice. They're like, man, this fourth quarter got to be it or we're going to close down.
Kind of believe Coca-Cola, they were some of the first people to push the idea of Santa.
Yeah.
And it boosted their market.
What they did was change the color because he had a green suit on. And they changed the color to a red suit, to like you said, boost sales. And they made him fat and jolly too. Because I guess first he was like an elf, and like skinny elf or something. He was like 2 feet tall. And I was reading that Fossilized Customs book.
And they Brother El Kazak put up a picture, man, that showed Nimrod, split screen of Nimrod and Santa. And Nimrod had the beard, the long beard. Then he had the reindeer in one hand. And then he had the Christmas tree in the other hand. And then it showed Santa, with the Christmas tree in the hand with the long beard.
It says, it's hard to ignore because the paganism is all around us constantly. Because Nimrod was deified as the sun king. His birthday became celebrated each year as the sun began to return light and warm to the northern hemisphere. That's why they worship the winter solstice around his birthday. It says Nimrod's name became babbled into every language as their sun deities. Ra, which is Egyptian, Zeus, which is Greek.
This is I want to say reincarnation, but that's not the word. There's another word, the revamping, this is basically putting a twist on it in these different kingdoms of the earth, but it's the same original
ideology.
Yeah, exactly. You got it, brother.
Yeah, Apollo, which is Rome, the Romans. Same demon, man. Krishna. I believe that goes back to if I'm not mistaken, the Hindus. I think the Hindus worship Krishna. And then you got Odin, Malak, and dozens more. When parents lie about Santa coming to bring them gifts, they have no idea they are telling their children about Nimrod, the first sun king. All right. Yahweh, that's his true name, is calling us out of the practices of sun worship as false teachers act as if dragging Asherah trees into their homes is an idolatry. And I believe Asherah was supposed to be they say it was supposed to be the wife of the Lord. That's that never happened. You know, But you know, I try to say that that's the wife of the Lord. So, matter of fact, let me see if I can Google that real quick.
Clicked on it.
Yeah.
You could have clicked on it.
There was a link.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right. Click on it. Wormwood. Does that have anything to do with it?
Asherah is known in scripture as the queen of heaven, and is called Artemis by the Ephesians in the book of Acts 19 chapter. The word Asherah is found at least 40 times in the Tanakh and refers to a wooden object used in worship as a consort of Baal, known by the name of Asherah.
Yep.
Yep. And so, yeah, you know, that's tying in. It's the worship of Semiramis and Nimrod, man. You know, them same two deities were worshipped consecutively.
Yep.
From kingdom to kingdom to kingdom. They were passed down as a tradition.
Right.
All right. They adopted it, but they will put their spin on it. You know, and they would name the names would change because of the languages. Yeah. But it's the same concept, same deity. All right. And that's why, you know, our people are spoiled by these customs and these philosophies, man. Yeah, because it was passed down. That's why it says that with that Colossians 2:8.
I got it.
Not to be beguiled from the rudiments of the world, the traditions. Vain philosophy, yeah, Colossians 2:8.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the rudiments of men, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, not after Yahushua.
That's exactly what this is, man. So if you didn't know any better, you know, you could be beguiled, you know, by these traditions, man.
Well, let's not act like our people aren't willingly ignorant of this.
Right, they know.
They know. They may not know what it is, but they know it's wrong.
Right. Yep. So
that was good.
Yeah. So you know, that's what they saying that the tree is about, but the tree is really talking about Nimrod's penis, man.
Yep.
That's really what that's going into.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You said you was holding something?
Jeremiah 10.
All right, you can get it real quick.
All right. Jeremiah 10 and 2. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
Yep. That's that tree. That's that Christmas tree, man. You know, that's a standing image that you have in your house.
Mm-hmm.
You deck it with silver, you deck it with gold, different ornaments. All right, it's fastened on a wooden tripod so it could stand up.
Yeah,
with a star on top. Yeah, and then going back to Babylon, the mythology was that the spirit of Nimrod entered into that tree.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to invoke that spirit, you would put gifts right up under it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lights as well.
Come.
No lights.
Yep.
Remember said lights.
To give it life.
Yeah.
Yep.
No lights. Will make Nimrod presence appear. No more lights you put up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have Christmas decoration and these lights, man.
Yep.
You know.
That's right.
Yep. That's right.
Since we're talking about the tree, can I get something right quick?
Yeah. Somebody get Isaiah 42. You get what you get, but somebody get also Isaiah 40.
Somebody grab Matthew 2.
Matthew 2.
Matthew 2, right, for sure.
So at the top.
No, let me look. Yes, you can read verse 1, verse 2, and then So you can, yeah. And you can jump down to 6.
This is the book of
You can
Matthew.
kind of read it all, but we will, to interest of time, we'll jump down to 6. Go from there.
Okay, come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 6. Now, when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem,
This basically is going to break down to you how you Christians try to pull Christmas and the whole tree and the gift giving and all of this stuff, all the customs that put together that you had added into the worship of Nimrod with the whole tree and whatever else. You added it right into Christianity with this. This is how they try to justify Christmas and the whole gifts and the star on top of the tree and the whole nine.
Now, when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east of Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him.
That star is the star that you put on top of the tree. You know? But what was going on, this is telling you the event of what was going on, of how the Lord Yahushua was actually born, all the events surrounding that birth. Like when, they called him Emmanuel in the book of Isaiah, right? Is that where you was going? Was you going to Emmanuel?
No.
Okay, well, when they call him that, which isn't the Yahushua's name, it just means God with us. You know, basically he was going to come to the planet, but that's not what his name means. That's not what Yahushua means. You got it, go.
All right, verse 3. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all of Jerusalem with him,
because he knew the prophecy that he was going to come set his people back on top. Right?
And said, and when he had gathered all the chief priests and the scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Yahushua should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not the least among the princes of Judea, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
Keep going.
Verse 7, then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the child and stood over where the young child was.
That wasn't a star, that was a chariot. That was a chariot up there that they saw. You know, just like right now, chariots look like stars up there, or even some people say that's a satellite, that's why it's moving. No, that's a chariot. It's a chariot up there.
Just like the chariot guided us
It just wasn't that close down.
It guided the wise man to Yahushua.
They came to see the Lord was his spirit was on the earth. Keep going.
And another way how you know it was a chariot, you know, because it says when they had heard the king, they departed low, and the star which they saw in the east, it say it went before them, which means it was moving. Yeah, it was moving. That's how you know you're talking about a chariot, not a standing still star.
And then it stood over, meaning it stopped over where the child was. That's how they found where it was at exactly. Read the next one.
All right.
Matter of fact, you don't read all the way down to 12.
Okay, come on. It said, and when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. Because
they knew that meant that the Lord was on the earth. They're just describing the chariot as a star, like they described it as a cloud. It's just what they understood at that time. Like that, well, something shining bright up in the sky. So they described it as a star versus a cloud or whatever else, you know. Go ahead.
And then also, it lets you know how heavy that our people was into prophecy back then, because they knew Yahushua was to be born. You know, they knew a Savior was going to be born, man. You know, so they was heavy into prophecy. Even Herod, you know, so we scribes and Pharisees would lace him up with the prophecy, man. You know, so prophecy has always been important right amongst our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it said verse 11, when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshiped him.
And this is the thing. Now, why does Joseph have to be there? He ain't breastfeeding. But that's why they do the whole immaculate conception. But the Bible is put together so cold, man, to make you to trip you people up and snare you up in that virgin birth. But they found that the child ain't gonna be. You got Joseph over at home. No, you got handmaids, or you got the mother to be doing that and breastfeeding and whatever else. So they came across the mother and she was nursing him, or she was over there with him, you know, and they fell before. What did it say?
They said they fell down and worship him.
Worship him. Continue, bro.
And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh.
That's what it is. They fell down and worshiped him. That's you going down before the tree, you know, and putting the gifts around you. That's the custom that they have taught you to accept in Christianity. But really, we know on this day, and that energy still goes back to Nimrod and all those other deities that were set up after that ordinance of Nimrod, that they kept putting a new twist on.
Yeah, it's like they tried to put together the story of the Lord and his mother with, you know, Nimrod,
ancient Babylonian.
Yeah, like it had some type of correlation with each other, relation. No,
because people didn't study, man, to remember. Some knew, but most
it took somebody of a very crafty, evil, beguiling mind to actually put this all together to deceive the whole world. You know, especially going back to our wicked forefathers, like Constantine and all them. Man, them dudes had Satan working with them to confuse the world like they did, man.
Right.
You know,
because Constantine said he would convert it, you know, because usually, you know, when Constantine go to war, he would sacrifice animals, you know, to the gods or to the Roman gods, you know. But when he went to one war, which was a big battle, you know, where he won the majority of Rome, you know, he said he looked in the sky and seen the cross in the clouds. You know, that's why the whole Roman Empire put those crosses on those shields, man. Which that teacher go back to Tammuz, man.
Yeah.
And you know that what the Lord say, the deceiver and the deceiver are his, man. You know, so he was working both sides, man, to push that out there to you know, keep the people snared that he wanted reserved for his wrath, man. You know, but then with the gift things, you got to understand Eastern culture. You know, when you go back to Matthew chapter 2, and it says, going back to the first verse, it said, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews? So the wise men had acknowledged Yahushua is the king, even though he was a baby. So just like Sheba was bringing gifts to Solomon, all right, the wise men brought gifts to Yahushua. All right, you couldn't just go see the king and be like, what up? You had to come with gifts, man. You know? All right, not the average person. They don't mean the average person should receive gifts, man. We don't deserve no gifts.
Right.
For what? You made the Lord look bad out here, man. Like Jake say, you made me look bad out here in these streets. All right, we made the Lord look bad out here in these streets, man. What gifts do we deserve, man?
Right.
No, it's a blessing just to know who we are again, man, and to be able to call upon the name, man. You know, they say the scriptures say in Ephesians that faith is a gift, man. You know, so these average people giving gifts to each other, you don't understand what's going on, man. That was the Eastern culture, man. You will bring gifts to the king when you come see him. Other kings will bring gifts to another king when they
now
go
he'll
see
hear
him.
you out. He'll look favorably upon you. You know, if you just showing up, king, I got some demands. Hey, send him to the wolves, man. We got some sharks or whatever the hell we got. Go kill him. We ain't got nothing. Who cares? He brought gifts. Ooh, what kind of gifts? Ooh, nice gifts. Let me hear what he's talking about. Came with a peace offering, you know?
Yeah, and they wasn't bringing gifts because they were trying to celebrate a birthday.
Right.
All right.
Right.
No, they were giving they were basically giving homage to the Messiah, man.
Yep.
Because they know that was about to be you know, the savior of Israel.
In the presence of a great man.
Yeah.
great spirit, you know, to the baby. But yeah, exactly right though.
But going back into the tree, it says in the article, it says they make up stories about how the tree is a symbol of Jesus, you know, or Yahushua, when all the time it's really a fertility symbol of Nimrod. And that's exactly what that is.
Yep, because you can't make babies without a heart.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And what's the mythology about the significance of his phallic, his genital area? Was because when he died, you know, I guess his body was cut up in pieces, but the rod was the only one that was missing. You know what I mean? And so that in terms, when these different nations start to adopt that ideology or from that particular mythology, they start to reverence that part of the mythology, man. There's some type of significance, something about his rod.
God wants to come down.
Yeah. Showing you how vain a heathen's mind is.
Yep.
You know, the obelisk.
Yeah.
That's why you got that big long dick in front of the White House.
Yep.
That's why the average man in America, when he goes to for a job interview, or when he goes to anywhere where he's supposed to dress up, they got Nimrod's dick hanging from their neck.
Yep. Times.
That all goes back to this demon right here, man, Nimrod.
Yep.
You know,
it was like your badge to show that you with that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know, a matter of fact, we already read Jeremiah 10, right? Get that in Isaiah 40. This is nothing but another idol. They made something mythology. They made this fucking mythology. They turned it into idolatry, man. All right, they turned it into a object or a symbol of worship. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 40 and 18. To whom then will ye liken to Yahweh? Or what likeness will ye compare unto him? The workman melted a graven image, and the goldsmith spreaded it over with gold, and cast a silver chains. He that is so impoverished that he hath no oblation chooseth a tree that will not rot.
Because he didn't have enough money to use it out of nothing.
He'll use a tree.
Yeah, just to make sure he get his idol worship in.
Yeah.
He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved.
Because they were creating idols with gold and silver. They were supposed to be more powerful if they was in those precious metals or even precious stones. They had marble or other types of precious stones. Well, they were, like I said, they were so desperate to pull that together, they would even use a tree out of wood tree out the That's why I said even wood and stone. They'll even worship after wood and stone. Yeah. If it look right, if the right twist is on it, those are two of the dumbest elements on the planet. It's not even like an animal or something, you know, or the sun or something. It's just wood and stone. That's just everywhere.
Yeah. You know, and this is just, you know, going back into the history, this is what our people would do. You know, they'll even take a tree and worship it, man.
Anything but their power, man.
Anything but their power. So, man, that Christmas tree is no different.
And they're not living. Wood and stone is not alive, man.
No. And then the fact that you gotta actually put it, you gotta nail some wood to the bottom of it so it can stand up.
Yeah. Why don't you just leave it out? That's what I always thought. I always thought that when I was in the world. Why don't you just leave it in the forest and decorate it in the forest?
Yeah.
You know, like but that's part of cutting because his was cut off. You gotta cut it off and then still erect it up anyway.
Jeremiah 10, it says they fasten it with nails that it move not, you know, to make it stand.
Yep, to make it like it's still something special, man.
And that's why Yahweh said in the beginning of their scripture, he said, who will you liken me to? You know, because the only energy that these idols get is from the energy of the people who worship them, man. You know, because everyone stopped celebrating these wicked holidays, these pagan holidays, these idol worship. the stuff would just disappear, man, like it never existed. So if no one served Yahweh Shema Shai, he's still gonna be there.
Yep.
You know, he's self-sufficient, man. You know, but these idols need the energy of the people to worship him, man.
And that's why it's the why when you said it, you bridged it perfectly with what I've been trying to say the whole time. That it took that energy, even if they call it Jesus' birthday or Christmas or whatever other holiday they try to call it, it still gives that vibration, that energy from the people and keep it alive and working, you know?
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah, I got a quick preview real quick. This is Leviticus 26:1. It says, "You shall make you no idols, nor graven image."
This is the law.
Yep. "Neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God."
Hey, if the fake ass Jews are doing that, the whole world is in wickedness right now, man. If it wasn't for the men of the Lord, then it would be complete wickedness out there. Complete wickedness. You know, there's outside the men of the Lord, there's the elect, there's no righteousness anywhere. You know, complete darkness. Is that it that you had one time? That was it.
I got 3. It's Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. And that old path is not following after these customs, these pagan customs. The old path is following the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord intended us to follow, and keeping the high holy days that the Lord intended us to, the holidays that the Lord intended us to follow.
So the Israelite man being the Israelite man. All right, the Israelite woman being the Israelite woman. All right, and those parents pushing the vibration of Yahweh Shema Shai on the kids, man. You know, that continual cycle, man. That's the old paths, man. You know,
the real fear of the Most High God.
Where is the good way and walk therein?
Where's the good way? Yeah, because these other ways gonna lead you to death. But the ways of the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, will lead you into righteousness, man, into to life.
And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's for the kids. Jake only want to make an excuse to not do it.
Yeah.
To be hard-headed. That's how we know that we're the Israelites, man. That's an identifier that's on our people. If you told a heathen, hey, you're a real child of God, stop following, they would, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, I'm not. You're right. Let me stop. It was better before. But you tell our people, man, they buck up and want to fight and kill you for making them uncomfortable in captivity.
Yeah, our people think that the way the Bible is old fashioned, man. You know, especially when you get into the Old Testament.
Yep.
You know, they consider that to be old fashioned, man. But those laws, all right, statutes, that's what's gonna run the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yep.
You know. So you said heaven and earth gonna pass away, with my word, all right, shall remain, man. You know. So this word is the living waters, man. They never get old, man. The law, statutes, and commandments is gonna heal the planet Earth, man.
Right.
You know, when you start keeping the land Sabbath, you know, when
people stop putting the energy into the idols, like you said. We burn them down like the law tells us.
This fire gonna cleanse, you know, a lot of this filth, man. All right, these dead bodies gonna be manure, man. You know,
fertilize
earth,
to replenish the earth.
So the law, statutes, commandments is gonna help heal the planet Earth, man.
Yep.
You know,
and the law never die. It'll never get old, man.
Yep.
I got one. Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endured forever.
The law that endured forever. You know, that's what Moses said. I present to you this day, life and death, man.
Yep.
You know, and we want to stray from this book, and our people have been destroyed, man. You know, it never works when we go away from the law, statutes, and commandments, man. As a nation, when we stray away from these law, statutes, and commandments, the only thing out there for us is a big L, man.
Right.
You know, when we cleave to these laws, statutes, and commandments, we prosper, man. You know, and Esau know that, man. That's why he hell bent on getting our people to go off, man. These other heathens, they just really couch this war, man.
Right.
If he aimed towards Israel, man, these drugs, you know, this music, you know, it's aimed for the Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, man. You know, heathens just couch the war, man, because they know if they keep us in this state, all right, we powerless, man.
Okay, so,
Yeah, because it says he's the accuser of his brethren. So as long as he can keep us, you know, going off, you know, keep these wicked vibrations as a snare to our people, he can always accuse us before the Most High.
right.
You know.
I got some. This is Jeremiah chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, it says, the priest said not, where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not.
They said they that handle the law knew me not, man. You know, because these pastors, these mega pastors, these big churches, you know, they walk around with the biggest Bible on the planet, but they don't know the Lord, man.
Yep,
You know,
they talk about Christmas.
Yeah, they tell you love everybody, Merry Christmas. You know, they don't know the Lord, man. You know.
It says the pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal.
Prophesied by Baal, man. You know, which was Nimrod's name changed to Baal, man. You know, and today this going to Jesus Christ, man. The doctrine of Jesus Christ. You know, he's all about Christmas. He's all about Easter. He's all about celebrating your birthday. He's all about everybody getting along and being one people, man. Yeah. That's not the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, the true power of the scripture, man. You know.
It says, and walk after things that do not profit.
And walk after things that do not profit, man. All right, what has profit the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, by following this plantation Christianity, man? What has it profited us, man? Look at our people, man. You know, the biggest transsexual, you know, the most out of order women, you know, the biggest drug users, man. You know, what has profited us, man? The biggest poverty, you know, all that comes within Christianity, man. That has profited us nothing, man. We're still in captivity under so-called white men, you know. We don't know, majority of our people still don't even know they Israelites, man. Yeah. Under Christianity, man. You know. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11, it says, have the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods?
They say, have the nation changed their God, which are yet no God? Because like the brother just pulled the article, what happened, man? It went from Baal, you know, to Zeus, to Apollo. You know, the nation ain't never changed their God like the brothers were getting into the name change, but they haven't changed their God, man. They still going with what worked for them, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It says, but my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit.
Hey, we changed our glory from that which do not profit, man. You know, we gave up the living power, the creator of all things, all right, and worship wood and stone, man. Fall after these heathens, man. You know, it was a small thing for the Lord to make us rulers on the planet Earth, man. That's a small thing to the Lord, man. You know, but our people went a whore after these other guys, man. We went a whore after these other guys, man. You know.
Somebody get Exodus 20 and just hold on to it for a second. It's gonna end up lying back on what you said. Verse 12 says, be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid.
It said, be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid, man. You know, and look what he's about to say. Go ahead, bro.
Be ye very desolate.
Be ye very desolate.
Saith the Lord Yahweh.
Go ahead, bro.
For my people have committed two evils.
My people have committed two evils, man. This is the problem with the nation of Israel, man. Like I always say, man, like brothers always say, it's not no financial problem, man. Jake know how to get some money, man. You know, it's not that we're inferior to these other nations, man. It's not that Jake not smart, man. That's not the problem with our people, man. You know, these two evils that he's finna call out, this is the problem with the nation of Israel, man. Straight to the point, man. Go ahead.
It says, for my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, man. When we were serving Yahweh by Shemashah, we was good, man. When they talk about how David was collecting different resources, to build the temple, it say brass without measurement, silver without measurement. They had so much resource they couldn't even measure, man. David had to tell the congregation, man, to stop donating, man. We got enough, man. We had those things without measurement. When King Solomon ruled, it said silver was as the stones, man, in Israel, man. And every man had his own fig tree, which means every man had his own substance, man.
Yep.
You know how Jake get on in the hood, man. He want to put all his own homeboy at home, take care of him, man. Well, the whole nation was on, man, when we served you. How about Shemashah, man?
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, and hewn out cisterns.
And hewn out cisterns.
Broken cisterns that can hold no water.
They can hold no water.
So it's a lot of, when the fountains of living water, a fountain is the origin of where water comes from, right? From fountains of living water to basically a pitcher, but it was broken. Yeah, like a cup, but it was a big crack in it, a hole in the bottom.
Nothing.
Yeah. What good is it? So you're gonna walk away from the well or the source to try to grab you a cup, but it's a hole in the cup. You ain't even getting no water out. You're gonna walk away from the source, the fountain of water. That's what it was when we turned our back and forsook Yahweh. Stop following his ways. And this is what I want to tie that into. It says, because you said it's not the problem. Money is not the problem, right? We don't have money. It's that we turned our back on the Heavenly Father. It says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn, a slave? Why is he spoiled? Because we turned our back on the Most High God to serve other gods, going a horn and serving other gods, and he's a jealous God. Matter of fact, also get Hosea. Let me look. Bring that out. Yeah, bring that one out.
Exodus 20.
Yeah, bring that out, bro, for sure. Yeah. I want Hosea 2 and 7. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, 2.
No. I want you to bring out Exodus 20.
Exodus 20.
Yeah. Somebody else do
20 and what? 23.
5.
And 5.
Yeah.
All right. Exodus 20 and 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
What the top of that say?
Thou shalt not make thee. Okay. I'll start at 3.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not have no other gods.
Start at 1. Just start at 1.
20 and 2. I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land.
Did he call out Israel in verse 1?
I'll read it anyway. Verse 1, and the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Yep.
Out of captivity at that time. So the whole homeborn slave, is he a servant? He took us out of that because we were about to agree to keep his commandments and to obey him. Go ahead.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath.
And on the earth beneath is these trees, man. Is these stones that they erect up into and that's what it said not to do. That Jacob followed up the heathen that the heathen erected. Because it wasn't our idea to build them. We saw the heathen doing it, and the heathen being all right doing it. Like, oh, what's that? Well, that's what y'all do with that. Let me hang out with y'all. That was fun. We should start coming around every year around this time when y'all do that. And Jake picked up the customs. There's a little bit more, I think.
Or that is under what's the lot? And that is under the water underneath, in the water underneath.
Yep.
And thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Why the most important part of this is getting your gifts. But how do you got to get your gifts when you get your gift on Christmas. You gotta bow down and kneel
down
to the bottom of that tree to pull that gift from up under there.
You kneel down and put the
You
gift
bow
up
yourself down onto that
under the
island,
tree.
onto Nimrod. Go ahead, bro.
Nor serve them, for I am the Lord thy power, and I am jealous, a jealous power.
Yeah, I am a jealous power. And when a man is jealous, what will he do? Man, he kill up everybody when he get jealous.
Visiting
That's what the
the
Lord said. I'm jealous over you with a godly jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he espoused us, the woman.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So you're looked at as a filthy whore when you're worshiping
Yeah.
these
That's
other
why I got
gods.
Hosea.
God.
God.
So this is like the Most High talking about you as if you're like a slut hoe who just can't seem to get right, man.
Yep. Just see open her mouth. Open her quiver to every arrow.
Yeah. Should drink of every fountain, man.
Yep, drink of every fountain, man.
That's Jake. He should drink of the Kemet shit, Islam,
5%,
5%.
Christianity, Catholicism. We go down the list, and Jake is in every last one. Man.
Yep, doing.
Yep, wholeheartedly, You in that fire.
visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and the fourth generations of them that hate me.
Because they prove that they hate the Most High God Yahweh. How? By not keeping the agreement we had with him. We had a covenant that we made with him, but we don't keep it. So we disrespect him, proving we don't fear you and we hate you by keeping the vain customs of the heathen. That's it on that, bro. Bring that up. I think you got it, right.
This Hosea 2:7. And she shall follow after her lovers.
Now we're gonna analogize. I don't know if that's a real word. We're gonna attribute that to the nation of Israel because we are the Most High's woman. Go ahead.
And she shall follow after her lovers.
And what are our lovers? These other philosophies, these other customs, these other idols, these false gods. Go ahead.
But she shall not overtake them.
We ain't gonna be able to conquer them. Go ahead.
And she shall seek them.
They gonna snare us and keep us trapped up. What does it say right there?
And she shall seek them, but shall not find them.
Yep.
Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband. For then
back to the Most High God. You just gonna just keep hopping around like that, God to God. That's a slut, man. Nobody want to deal with that. The Most High God is pure. We're defiled when we went to these other gods. Go ahead, bro.
For then was it better with me than now.
Now there goes that's from Jeremiah read, right? We went from the fountains of living water onto broken cisterns that can hold no water. And it's funny, every time I think about that cistern, a hewn down cistern, even broken cistern, there's a limit to how much can fit in that cistern. But it's broken, so nothing will fit in it. When we had the fountain of living water, there was no end to it. Go ahead, Joe.
For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine.
We didn't know that we were prospering as a nation. Like the brother said, he had us laced up when we was within it.
Sufficient on all levels.
Everything,
mental, physical. Like the brother said. It says, for she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil.
Substance. And oil is even like a luxury, We had everything. Keep going.
And multiplied her silver and gold,
riches,
which they prepared for Baal.
Which you took that silver and gold and allowed it to be erected up as an idol. Man, what kind of shit is that?
That's like when you got an unfaithful ass, nasty ass wife. She dealing with somebody, and the stuff that you giving her, you're giving her gold chains or bracelets or
she gonna give it all.
She giving it to this nigga over here. He popular and shit.
Perfect analogy.
That's Jake. That's Israel. Giving what the Most High gave to Israel. You know what I'm saying? So they can have their own, their glory. They're giving it to a fucking a phone. You know, a statue.
For the crackhead, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, precinct too.
Yeah, let me make sure. Finish down at 10. And then, you need. I need to go right now.
Oh,
You go now.
no, you can
You
finish
sure?
yours.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay, if not, go now.
This 9. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax, given to cover her nakedness.
And that's like when you find out your woman is
Yeah, we down 13.
you find out that your woman is fucking around, and so you just be like, you know what?
Cancel her
Give
bank
me
card.
all the shit that I gave your ass, man. Give me back your earrings. Give me back your bracelet. All right.
And you about to say that?
Give me back all the shit that I ever gave your ass, that I bought your ass, bitch.
Yeah, he about to say that. And because what did it say? When you really divorce a woman in our law, you're supposed to take all that back.
Yeah, she go away without money.
Yep. She don't get to stay decked out.
Yeah.
And now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers,
Mm-hmm.
and none shall deliver her out of my hand.
I seen the sex tape. I seen the text messages. I seen the, you know. Go ahead.
I will also cause all her mirth to cease,
You ain't gonna be happy no more.
her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all of her solemn feasts.
Yeah.
And I'll destroy her vines and her fig trees,
All the substance, right? Yeah.
whereof she hath said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me.
And let me even go back a little deeper. When it said in her vines and her fig tree, that's your family tree. You're gonna destroy your it's gonna trickle down, and this is what happened to us. It trickled down to destroy the generation after generation. You know, because she passed them customs on. What do we know how to celebrate Christmas from? Grandmother? Or if it ain't our grandmother, it will say it was granddad. Well, it was it's his mom. You know, it was a mama somewhere that started this because it made them feel good to be for that feminine vibe to be worshipped, that Queen of Heaven spirit. They finally feel like Eve getting a little power, man. They were powerless before all of this. Go ahead, bro.
These are my rewards that my lovers have given me, and I'll make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them.
Yeah.
And I'll visit upon her the days of Balaam, wherein she burned incense to them.
Look, he actually calling out. Yeah, I remember that time you was with that one nigga Balaam? Yeah, I got that. I seen that. Go ahead.
And she decked herself with her earrings and her
Got
jewels.
all dolled up for him.
And she went after her lovers and forget me, saith the Lord.
You forgot about me, okay? And this is why we were a homeborn slave, why we're destroyed, why we're servants, cursed. All these things. That's why we don't know who we are. So we're scattered all over the earth. We're going to Deuteronomy from 15, the 28th chapter, from 15 down to 68, man. That's why. This right here is why. Now, we had aid from the heathen. They consented to keep us going further and further away from the Most High because they knew the further away we were, the harder it would be to come back and the more power that they would have. You know?
And every god that they went to serve, that nation, the Most High basically gave her ass up to them.
And they prospered with her.
I'm gonna kick you out of my house. I'm gonna divorce you. You're gonna go and run over there to your lovers and see how your lovers treat you.
They used her up.
What happened? She got used up,
you
know. They didn't regard her ass, man.
Yep.
You know.
Nobody handcuffed.
Yeah.
God, okay.
I was already
That was it, brother. What you got?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 15. But Joshua waxed fat and kicked.
Yep. Joshua is Israel, and I mean firstborn or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It said, but Joshua waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him.
And we was all plush, man, living good, decked out, full bellies, you know, good land. Everything was great. Big houses, we had it all. And then, like fat is excess, we had more than enough. You know, not to where it destroyed it, to where we was good. That's why you go in the history to have a belly was a sign of wealth. mean you had enough to eat. You wasn't starving. You didn't miss a lot of meals. Well, that's how the Most High kept us. You know, when we was dealing with Him. You can look at what's something.
Yeah, I'm fine. It said they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with and abominations provoked they him to anger.
Yeah.
They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up.
Yeah, and they were the same old demons or demonic energy being resurrected, so to speak. I think that was the word I was looking for. Resurrected into a new God. And we went right into it. Oh, ooh, look at this new something. Let's run to it. That's how Jake was. Ooh, I like his car. Ooh, look at his shoes. He looked cute in that hat. This is Jake falling in love with bullshit, man.
And it said, of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful.
Yep, the rock, right?
Come.
Because there's that stability that had us, man, that held us down. That was stable unto us.
Yeah, Yahushua is our rock.
It said, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
He detested us. And detested it. Did us, right?
Come.
Yep, that's what it said. The idols and us. Detested both. Y'all falling for that. Even wood, and stuff. Y'all, it's like a chick. It's like a chick that, you know, is taking terrible niggas over you. You know, you trying to holler at her, and she just low level. That's how the Most High looks at us. Like, oh, you low level. I don't want to deal with you.
That's why I say he abhorred them. He stopped answering the call.
Yeah, we
block this.
Get your hood back. You know.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Verse 19. Verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see.
Put like you said, block calls. You know, change the number, did all that.
I will see what their end shall be.
We'll see what happens.
See how you end up.
For they are a very poor generation, children in whom is no faith.
And without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. You must believe that He is, and a rewarder of them that diligently seek it.
I had a quick this is when the Lord was dealing with the nation of Israel, man. You know, when David was set up, you know, which we build in the house of David now, man. But this is how the house of David was prosperous, man. This is going to example when the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel in this First Chronicles 18, verse 1. Now after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines, subdued them, and took Gath and her towns out of the hand of the Philistines, and he smote the Moabite, and he smote Moab, and the Moabites became David's servants and brought gifts. Going back into how they brought gifts to the king. You know, they won't bring gifts to just anybody.
Yeah, so they would have mercy on them.
Yeah, so they would have mercy on them. And David smote Hadassah, king of Zobah, and Hamath, and he went to establish his dominion by the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots and 7,000 horsemen and 20,000 footmen. David also fueled all the chariot horses were reserved of them and 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to help Hazadah, king of Zoab, David slew of the Syrians 220,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syrian Damascus, and the Syrians became David's servants and brought gifts.
Because we're dealing with the Most High, He's subduing all the enemies before us, man. And not only that, they're bringing their substance unto us. As it's going to do for Yahushua.
And it said, thus the Lord Yahweh Yahushua preserved David whithersoever he went. You know, and you keep reading the rest of that chapter, it just go on to tell you the victories of David You know, he got on Esau's ass. You know, made them servants. He said every Edomite was a servant unto King David, man.
Yep.
You know, but that's going to the house of David being built now, man. You know, that's why it starts with obedience, man. Obedience is better than sacrifice, man. You know, when you are obedient to the Heavenly Father, it's nothing for him to subdue the kings of the earth, man. All right, just like this, because that's part of the prophecy, man. And you just seen the prelude of the kingdom, man, because it's part of the prophecy, man. You know, it would say that the kings of this earth are now the kings of the Lord, of our Lord. You know, that's what's gonna happen when Yahushua come back and tell you how the Gentile, we're gonna suck the breast of the Gentile. That's what King David was doing, man. He was sucking the breast of the Gentiles, man. Well, it's gonna happen again on a much larger scale.
When you suck the breast, that's the milk to do what? To nourish the baby. They were nourishing our kingdom, furnishing it, making it better.
That was it.
Who has something? Anybody? If not, I got something else or something.
Yeah, we could wrap up.
Okay. Is you gonna bring that out?
Huh?
You gonna bring that out? You have something?
No, we pretty much.
We hit the point on that.
Could you grab one more script for me? Wisdom of Solomon 7 and start up at verse 8.
It's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 8. I preferred her
Point is 11.
before scepters. Scepters.
Which a scepter is a sign of rulership. A king, get that done, I'm beat your ass over the head with it. It's basically a rod on a stick, but it's made out of gold and has jewels on it, showing that you the king. Go ahead, bro.
Before scepters and thrones, and esteem riches, nothing in comparison of her.
Yep, and with all of that, nothing was in comparison of the wisdom of Yahweh Shah. You know, which we got to be obedient to get that. That only comes if he's dealing with us. If we're humbly in subject unto the Most High through Yahweh Shah, then he'll sup with us and give us that, and then he'll build us back up. Go ahead.
Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because of gold in respect of her is as little sand, and the silver shall be counted as clay before her.
Keep going.
I loved her above health and beauty.
You're talking about all these other substances. The wisdom of Yahweh Shah, the nourishment of Yahweh Shah is way better. And it's gonna watch when it gets down to 11. Keep going.
I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out.
Forget the sun. The light that comes from her never goeth out. Keep going.
All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands. So
he gave me the innumerable riches when he was dealing with us, man, because he gave us wisdom. Hey, man, when a woman is getting, this is just in life like this, right? And we're the Most High's woman, right? So when a man well instructed instructs his woman, it don't get no better than that for her, you know, because she's built up. Okay, so this is what I need to know. Okay, boom. So I'll do this. Oh, damn, babe. Oh, yeah, this is working out. But that's how Israel was, man. You know, the cycle don't change. You know, that's why the analogies are put up that way. It's not like, like a woman get mad and we say that we ask them to do stuff. We got things for them to do. Well, we a woman of the Most High. We play the same role you play, but with an invisible power. You know, we don't have a physical something come down and tell you and touch you in the flesh and and say this and that. But the point was that when you were well instructed because of your obedience, the Most High builds you up, man, and nourishes you. That was the point.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 46. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
You ain't how am I your Lord if you ain't doing what I'm telling you to do? If you just back talking and not getting it done. If you're over there playing with these other false gods over there.
And you can bring this out in these churches and go home, man. Go up there and say, I got testimony, bring this out and go home, man. No, people do what he say.
That's right.
You know, but they sing song for an hour, clapping hard, sweating, moonwalking.
Yeah.
But then you bring out a commandment. grace.
Yeah. Call it again, bro.
All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 46.
Mm-hmm.
And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
Go ahead, bro.
This one here called for yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This is St. Luke, chapter 11, verse 27.
Yes, come.
And it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company.
Look at Eve, right? Trying to be up in the trying to usurp that power.
Trying to get praise.
Trying to get praise. Yep.
Yeah. He said, lift up her voice.
Because this pagan holiday goes back to woman worship, man. Queen of Heaven worship, which goes back to what Eve wanted, man. Eve wanted this. Eve wanted that praise, like Adam was getting from the Most High. Right?
I know it was a nigga wanted to say, lift up her voice. It was loud.
Yep.
And said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee.
Hey, when the Lord is speaking, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you saying anything? That's clearly our people, man. That's our nation of women. Go ahead, bro.
And the paps which thou hast sucked. But he said, yeah, rather blessed are they that hear the word.
That's why it's a blessed is the womb. And that whole Virgin Mary image holding the little baby, that's the image of a vagina. The way it's set up, like the little. It's the image of a vagina. And take another look at it. That's what it is. It goes back to the Queen of Heaven worship.
And no paps is the breast.
The breast, yep.
They'll cleavage out, man.
Because
men, the women had no cleavage out. A man don't say yeah
get
anything.
Yeah,
get arrested on that. You be talking, you be looking at your cleavage, and be shaking your head like, yeah, you ain't heard nothing.
Ain't heard nothing. Agreeing with whatever you say. Yeah.
And he said, but he said, yeah, rather blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it.
Yep. That's perfect precept with that last one. How you call me Lord? But blessed are they that do not what I say, but blessed are they that hear the word of the Lord and keep it. Forget the womb that birthed this man, or birthed me, or in a path that nourished me. But better if you keep the commandments. That's where the real nourishment and blessings will come from. You know? That's all I had, yeah.
That was it. Y'all good. So, we're gonna wrap up. Lord willing, you brothers that tuned in will edify, and Yahweh shabbat the thumb to you brothers. We're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. We're gonna say double honor to the elder apostles, a great millstone that taught us the truth. Greetings and salutations to the hopeful elect.
Spirit.
Yahweh shabbat the thumb. So with that, we'll say shalom.
How we call Kudash.
Holy Spirit too.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.